let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're tracing the scent of ancient Rajarata to uncover the absolute epic that is Anuradhapura. We're talking about a breathtaking 1,500-year journey. And look, we're not just looking at a map of historical ruins here. We're following the life of a city that acts like a living, breathing protagonist in the story of human civilization. So get ready, because we're going to see exactly how an empire is born, shaped, and ultimately remembered.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. We'll hit the birth of Anuradhapura, look at the religious turning point, talk about heroes and great creations, take a dark turn into Sigiriya and royal tragedy, and finally wrap up with the end and enduring legacy.
All right, part 1, the birth of Anuradhapura.
Now, while a lot of history books flip to a new page with Prince Vijaya stepping onto the island way back in the 6th century BC, the real power of this kingdom ignited a bit later. We're looking at a massive scale of time here. We move through these formative centuries where a visionary named Pandukabhaya actually establishes the kingdom, right into the golden centuries when Buddhism arrives, and all the way to the 10th century AD when the kingdom finally falls to the Cholas. It is just absolutely incredible to witness the settlement evolve from a single arrival into a monumental hub of global history.
Now, what's really interesting about King Pandukabhaya is that his early life reads literally like an ancient thriller. I mean, the guy had to escape death threats from his own uncles, alongside his loyal friends Jamuno and Kurumbastu, just to claim the throne. But once he was in power, he didn't just throw together a basic town. Actually, scratch that. He was a visionary. He master-planned this strict grid of streets. He engineered massive water tanks for irrigation. He even designated highly specific zones for cemeteries, temples, and shrines. This wasn't just basic building. This was sophisticated urban planning that rivaled the greatest ancient cities anywhere else in the world at that time.
Moving on to part 2, the religious turning point.
So, looking at our journey, we have to ask ourselves this dramatic question. What changed the destiny of Anuradhapura forever? Like, how did a brilliantly planned, heavily engineered city gain its eternal soul? Well, this is the defining plot twist in the life of our protagonist city.
And the answer lies in a legendary, almost quiet encounter. Arahat Mahinda, famously noted as the child of India's great emperor Ashoka, arrived at Mahintale. There he met King Devanapiyatissa deep in the Damblu forest and preached the Dhamma, the core teachings of the Buddha. That single fateful meeting, it completely transformed Anuradhapura into the absolute epicenter of Buddhist civilization. Almost immediately, you see this incredible cultural shift take place. Buddhism officially becomes the state religion. Then, the sacred Sri Mahabodhi tree is carefully brought over from India and planted right in the city's soil. And finally, monumental religious structures start popping up, beginning with the beautiful Thupa Raya. Why does this matter? Because these steps permanently altered the religious and cultural trajectory of the entire country. They forged an identity that is still incredibly vibrant today. Which brings us to part 3. Heroes and great creations. And this brilliantly illustrates the intense duality of this era. On one hand, you have King Dudugamunu defeating King Ilara, achieving this monumental task of reuniting the nation through fierce war. But on the flip side, we see his deep spiritual drive, right? The building of the magnificent Ruanwaliseya stupa. It's a story so powerful it remains a burning song in Sinhalese hearts today. Sadly though, Dudugamunu passed away before the stupa was finished, so his brother, King Sadatisa, had to step in and complete this staggering architectural triumph. Next up, we hit a true global historical milestone, the Tripitaka. After fiercely fighting off Tamil invaders and, yet again reuniting the country, King Valagamba orchestrated this massive act of preservation. At Aluvihara, for the very first time in world history, the vast, entirely oral Buddhist teachings were written down into physical books. This wasn't just some religious side project, it was a desperate, brilliant move to preserve their whole culture and wisdom after facing some really severe existential threats. And the momentum of creation didn't stop there. Under King Mahasen, we see architectural feats that truly boggle the mind, especially the massive Jetavana Ramaya Stupa. Just take a second to imagine the sheer scale of this thing. Standing as one of the tallest structures in the entire ancient world, it's a breathtaking testament to the era's booming prosperity and their incredibly advanced engineering prowess.
Let's turn to part 4, Sigiriya and royal tragedy.
What did a patricidal son do to escape his deeds? I know, it sounds exactly like some dark Shakespearean drama, but no, this is the chaotic and deeply tragic reality of King Kashyapa.
Let's follow how this tragedy actually unfolded. Step 1.
King Dathusena is brutally murdered by his own son. Step 2. That son, now King Kashyapa, builds the wondrous, sky-high rock fortress of Sigiriya. In Step 3, he completely relocates the capital from Anuradhapura to this new stronghold. We have to view Kashyapa's move not just as a standard royal decree, but as a desperate, paranoid flight from guilt and enemies. Yet somehow, out of all that intense paranoia, he accidentally birthed a marvel of ancient urban planning that still amazes the world today. Crazy, right?
Finally, we arrive at part 5, the end and enduring legacy. So the crucial point is this number here, 15. Anuradhapura stood strong and functioned as a grand sovereign kingdom for a staggering 15 centuries. Think about that. Through constant pressure, internal strife, and continuous South Indian invasions, this city held its ground as a beacon of power and culture for 1,500 years. That level of endurance is almost unmatched in human history.
But, as we know, every reign, no matter how glorious, eventually comes to an end. The 10th century AD brought a massive Chola invasion that finally broke the kingdom's defenses. The pressure was just too great, forcing the capital to move eastward to Polonnaruwa. This marked the tragic demise of the Anuradhapura era, as the great city was finally abandoned as the seat of royal power and literally left to the encroaching jungle.
Now today, Anuradhapura is known as a city of ruins, but I assure you, it is far from dead. When you walk among the majestic stupas or stand beside the vast ancient water tanks or witness the sacred Sri Mahabodhi that still breathes life into the city today, it all becomes so clear. The faith, wisdom, and craftsmanship of the people who live there vividly come to mind. These physical remnants aren't just stones, they are a direct, unbreakable connection to the unyielding spirit and profound devotion of the ancient people who built them. Which leads me to a final thought I want to leave you with today. 1,500 years of faith and stone left an eternal mark on history. It really makes you pause and wonder, what legacy will our modern cities leave behind 15 centuries from now? Will we build anything as enduring, as spiritual, and as magnificent as Anuradhapura? Thank you for exploring this explainer with me today, and keep asking those big questions.